Hi everyone, welcome back to CrocknitCrafts. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to crochet this bralette that comes in size extra small to extra large. This pattern is perfect for beginners and it includes a cute picot stitch, as you can see here, for a stylish age. So let's start. So for this project you need a 4mm hook. You need a 4mm hook. You need your yarn needle, a pair of scissors, some stitch markers, and obviously you need yarn or wool. I'm going to be using this cherry dip wool, and it requires me to use a 4mm hook. So those are the things that you will need for this project. Right, and also before we start, I would like to mention that you can find this full written pattern on my Etsy shop. The link is in the description below. So like I said, the bralette is going to be in in different sizes from extra small to extra large. So the starting chain will differ. We have different starting chains depending on what size you are going to be making. So for me, I'm going to make it extra small, so I'm going to chain 11. If you're making a small, which is a B cup, you're going to chain 13. If you are making medium, which is a C cup, you are going to chain 15. If you're making a large, which is a D cup, you're going to chain 15 again. And if you're making an extra large, which is DD plus cup, you're going to chain 17. So choose your size and let's get crocheting. So we'll be making 2 cups for this bralette. I will be demonstrating using size extra small, like I said. So like I said, I'm doing an extra small, so I'll be chaining 11. So you make a slip knot and we're going to chain according to what size you're making. So for me, I'm making an extra small. I'm going to chain 11. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Right. So I'm going to repeat this again. If you're doing size small, you chain 13. If you're doing medium, you chain 15. If you're doing large, you chain 15. If you're doing extra large, you chain 17. Right. So we are now doing row 1. So in row 1, we're going to skip the first stitch here, and into the second stitch we chain. So we're going to skip the first chain. Into the second chain we are going to make a single crochet, and into the following chain continue single crocheting across until we have 1 stitch left. We are going to single crochet all the way till we are left with one chain. Till we are left with 1 chain. Okay, so this is 1 chain that I'm left with. Right, so in this chain, in the last chain, we are going to make 3 single crochets. This forms the peak of the cup. right? This is going to form the peak of the cup, so we're going to insert 3 single crochets in there. 1, 2, and 3. Right, now we are going to grab our stitch marker, and we're going to place the stitch marker in the middle of these 3 single crochets we did. This this helps us to like keep track of the peak, right? So we're going to place into the middle stitch of those 3 single crochets. Now we are going to continue crocheting on the opposite side and making sure we weave in this tail end as we go. Okay, so this is how your work should be looking like so far. So I'm going to count how many chains I have. If you're doing an extra small like me, you should be having 10 stitches on both sides, excluding this stitch with a stitch marker. So if you count this side, you should be having 10, and this side you should be having 10. So that is for size. For extra small, if you're doing small, you should be having 12 stitches on both sides. If you're doing medium, you should be having 14 stitches on both sides. If you're doing large, you should be having 14 as well. If you're doing extra large, you should be having 16 stitches. All right, so I'm going to repeat. If you're doing extra small, just like I'm doing here, you should be having 10 stitches on both sides, excluding this stitch marker. And if you're doing size small, you should be having 12 stitches on both sides, excluding this stitch with a stitch marker. And medium, you should be having 14 stitches on both sides, large 14 stitches on both sides, extra large 16 stitches on both sides. Once you're done, we are going to chain 1, and we're going to turn our work, and then we're going to single crochet in each stitch till we reach our stitch marker. Now I've reached my stitch marker. I'm going to remove the stitch marker, and then I'm going to place 3 single crochet in that stitch. 1, 2, and 3, and I'll bring back my stitch marker, and I'm going to put it in the middle stitch of those 3 single crochets, and then we are going to single crochet in each stitch till we reach the end. So this is how your work should be looking like so far. So I'm doing an extra small, so I'll be repeating this till I have 11 rows. If you're doing size small, we are going to repeat row 2 for 13 rows. If you're doing medium, repeat row 2 for 15 rows. If you're doing large, repeat row 2 for 17 rows. If you're doing extra large, you repeat row 2 for 19 rows. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of the rows off camera, and I'll be back when I have 11 rows in total. I am done with my cup. I did 11 rows, and I just want to say, if you really want to know that you're on the good, you're on the right track, you should count your stitches, right, excluding this stitch. So if you count your stitches this side and you turn your cup, you count the stitches on the opposite side, not including this one as well, you should be having the same number of stitches on both sides. Okay, after you're done with that, you should chain 1, right, and then we're going to get our scissors and we're going to cut our yarn, right, and then we're going to pull through and then fasten off like that. So this is for the extra small. So now you're going to go ahead and do another cup exactly like this one, following the same steps, and when you are done, we are going to join the 2 cups. So go ahead and do that, and I'll be back when you have you can play this video again when you are done with the second cup. Now this is the second cup, right, and the next step is that we are going to lay down our cups like that, right, we're going to lay down our cups like that, this tail end facing the right side, right, this tail end, they should be facing the right side, this tail end facing the right side, right. So we are going to be working on we're going to be working on this one first, right. So it's time to join them together. So we are going to take our hook and our yarn, and then we're going to chain, make a slip stitch, make a loop like that, and then we set our hook, and then we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we are going to grab our one of the bra cups, putting that aside. We're going to be working on this one. We are going to insert our hook into the last stitch we did here. We're going to insert our hook in that last stitch, and then we're going to leave a single crochet, and then we are going to leave a single crochet in each row. So this one, there is a single crochet already, so we're going to go into the next one with a single crochet, and in the next one also weaving in the tail ends. And then when you are at the end here, you're going to insert your hook into the first stitch we did at the beginning of the last round, which is this one, and then we're going to leave a single crochet in there. Right, so if you have excess yarn like me, just get your hook and then you cut it off. I mean your scissors, cut it off, and then you're going to go ahead and grab your other bra cup, and you are going to, just like we did at the beginning of this one, we inserted our hook into the last stitch we did, right? And then instead of a single crochet like we did here, we're going to slip stitch to join these two, and then we skip that row. Into the next row we are going to insert a single crochet, and we're going to do that all the way till the end, and weaving in our tail end as well. And then we're going to insert our hook into the first chain we did at the beginning of the last round of the bra cup, and then we're going to do a single crochet. Now after this we are going to chain 11, right, to form the other side of the armpit, the other side of the armpit. So we're going to chain 11, 1 2 3 4 11. So we've chained 11. So this was the first round of the body, of the body, right, of our bralette. Now we're going to, so the next round here will be row 2, right? So row 2, what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet, second chain from the hook. We're going to single crochet all the way and don't forget to check out, if you prefer a written pattern, don't forget to check out my Etsy shop. I have it on my Etsy shop and the link is in the description. Now we did a slip stitch here to join the two bra cups, so we are going to skip that slip stitch we did, and then we're going to continue the single crochet into the following stitch all the way to the end. Okay, so we are going to carry on with single crochets, and also do single crochets in these chains, and I'll meet you when I'm done. So I'm done with my, I'll just cut this off. So I'm done with my second round of the body part. So what I'm going to do is we are going to chain one, and we're going to turn our work, and then we're going to repeat single crochets in each stitch. So we are going to single crochet across, and then when we are done we are going to chain 1 and 10. So we are going to repeat this row 3 till we have 9 rows in total, right? And then I will be back when I have 9 rows. So basically it's just single crocheting all the way, and when you reach the end you chain 1 and you turn your work. You repeat that till you have 9 rows in total. And then so I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll meet you when I have my 9 rows. Okay, now I'm done with my rows. I have 9 rows in total, starting from the one that we joined this 2 bra cups. I have 9 rows, and my 9th row is on the wrong side. So if you're going to do the exact thing, it's okay, but if you want your body part of the bralette to be a little bit to have more rows, just make sure that your last row ends on an odd number, okay, ends on the wrong side of our work, in other words. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is it's time to add the edging and picot stitch. Okay, so what you're going to do now, we are going to chain 1, right? We're going to chain 1, and we are going to single crochet, do our picot on the edge of our bralette. We're going to do our picot on the edge of our bralette. So we're going to chain 1 there, and we're going to turn our work onto the right side, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to make 3 single crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and into the 4th stitch we are going to do a single crochet, and then we're going to chain 3, and we are going to insert our hook in these 2 bars here below our 3 chains, and then make a slip stitch. So I'm going to repeat that. Make 3 1 single crochets, 2, 3, into the 4th one we're going to chain 3 and then insert into these bars here our hook, and then we're going to slip stitch like that. 3 single crochets, and into the 4th we place a single crochet and then we chain 3, go underneath. I don't know if you can see that, but you have to go underneath these 2 bars here like that, and then you do a slip stitch. So we're going to repeat all the way till we reach this side, and I'll be right back. So from here we're going to turn our work and we're going to chain 2, working on the side of the bralette. We're going to skip this row, the next row that follows, and into the next row we're going to make a single crochet, chain 2, skip the row that follows, into the next one we're going to place a single crochet, chain 2, skip into the next one, we're going to do a single crochet, chain 2, skip the next one. Right, into the next one we are going to put a single crochet. So you should be having 1, 2, 3 loops. Should be having 3 loops, and we are going to okay there, and then in the next row we're going to chain 1, and we are going to do single crochets all the way to here. We're going to do single crochets okay. Now we are going to start the picot stitch again. We're going to start the picot stitch again. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, into the 4th one we're going to do our picot stitch. Alright, you're going to repeat again 3 double crochets. Into the 4th stitch we do our picot stitch. The picot stitch is a single crochet, chain 3, and then we do a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, into the 4th stitch, a single crochet, chain 3, and we slip stitch. Go back to these 2 bars here, go underneath, and do a slip stitch and repeat. And then I'm done. I've reached the stitch marker. So if you're doing a size small, medium, large, and extra large. This might be different according to what size you're doing, so you might need to do more of the picot stitch along the side of the bralette of the cup. So now I'm going to remove my stitch marker, and I'm going to place 3 double crochets in there, 3 single crochets, sorry, and then I'm going to place back my stitch marker into the middle stitch of those 3 single crochets, and I'm going to do exactly as I did on the other side, so which means I had done a single crochet before this 3 single crochets in one stitch. So I'm going to do the same, placing in 1 single crochet and into the next one. That's where I'm going to do a picot, so it looks the same on both sides. One, 2, and I'll be repeating the pattern. 2, 3, 4, and do a picot, or picot. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we do our picot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Then we do our picot. So we're going to repeat. And 1, and I have 2 stitches before I reach the join where we join the 2 bra cups. I'm left with that 1. This is the second one, so I'm going to just skip this part and then go straight to the stitch here. Right, so I'm skipping this slip stitch we did to join the 2 bra cups and go into that, and I'm going to do the same, so which means this side I did 1, 2 single crochets, and then that's where the picot stitch is. So I'm going to do the same 1, 2, right, and then in the third, that's where the picot stitch is. And then I'm going to repeat 1, 2, 3, 4. This is definitely going to be different if you're doing a different size, right? So just make sure that you do the exact thing you did on the other bra cup. You do the same on the other bra cup, so it looks the same, right? So we are going to continue. That's 4, and then we're going to put our picot stitch. Okay, so basically that's how we are going to do. Then we're going to repeat the same as we did on this bra cup, and then we're going to do the same we did this side with our single crochets, and then we do our loops just like we did this side, and then I'll meet you when I'm right here. So I'm done doing the loops for the straps just like we did on this side, and we are going to insert our hook into this stitch here, and then we're going to slip stitch, and then we're going to take our hook and leave a yarn long tail yarn to weave in, and then okay, let's just repeat. It did not really weave in, but you can weave it in like that. It doesn't matter. So what we are going to do now is we're going to get our yarn from our yarn bowl. We're going to get more yarn like that, like something like so, I think, or a little bit more, right? And this is our yarn bowl, right? And this is the tail end, right? So I'm going to put it aside, and then this is the middle. This side here is for the yarn ball, and the other side is our tail end. So we're going to grab our bralette, remove the stitch marker, and then we're going to insert our hook into the middle stitch where the stitch marker was, and we are going to hook our yarn on the hook, and then we're going to pull through, right? So like I said, this tail is from the yarn ball, and this side here is the tail end. So what we are going to do, we're going to take this tail end and wrap it around the hook like so, and use your thumb to just press it down, and with your working yarn, which is the yarn that is coming from a yarn ball or wool, whatever, all right? So you're going to yarn over, and then you're going to pull through those two loops, right? So I'm going to repeat again. This is the tail end. You wrap it on the hook, use your thumb to press it down, and you're going to yarn over with the working yarn, and we're going to pull through those two loops, right? Wrap around your hook with the tail end, and yarn over with the working yarn, and pull through. With the tail, you wrap around the yarn, the hook, and with the working yarn, you pull through too. So we're just going to repeat that. But if you check out my Etsy shop, there's a pattern for this bralette, written pattern for this bralette. It suggests a easy way to do your straps, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So if you want the easiest way, like I say, just purchase my written pattern on Etsy, and this will be easy. But this gives some strength to your straps. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that off camera. You're just going to repeat the same process till you have till the strap is long enough to it's long enough to comfortably reach the back of your bralette when you put it on. So I'm going to keep on repeating the same thing till I feel like the straps are enough. So we are going to do this on this cup and on the other side, and I'll be back when I'm done with all the bra cup, with all the straps, and then I'll show you how I weave in. So this is how your bralette is going to look like. Now I am going to weave in my ends. You can do this before you lace your straps, but I'm just going to working in the just going to work in the on the wrong side. So with my yarn needle, I'm going to weave in on my end. Okay, and this one.
Yun ang malak. Very good.
There you have it. The straps are done and your crochet bralette is ready to wear. Thanks so much for crocheting along with me today. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more crochet projects. Share your creations on social media using hashtag CrocknitCrafts. I would love to see your bralettes. Don't forget to check out the written pattern on my Etsy shop. Link is in the description box. See you in my next video. Bye.